Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, hope you're doing well. Today you join me in this very bright and very smart looking Abarth 595. This is actually in fact the first one of these I've ever had in stock. I've had plenty of the Abarth 500s, including the very nice Abarth 500 SASE, which I'll put a link to up here, or Toby will. So I'll be very interested to see how this compares to the 500. I guess essentially it's the same car, isn't it? They've just given it a rename. And after having recently seen an Abarth 695 at G3 auctions on their car of the week, this came across my desk as a cars bought for more inquiry. I think it might have actually come from a main dealership. In fact, I'm fairly certain it did, that it was offered to us, and you know, it's too good of an offer to miss up really. I really like these cars. I think they're super fun. They offer loads of stuff. They got a lot of drama. They're just fun and exciting. A lot of things that can be missing from cars these days. And being bright yellow like this actually quite appealed to me. I think, you know, I quite like a bit of colour on the forecourt, brighten the place up. It catches people's eye. I used to be very much a monochrome type of person. I wanted black. I wanted some kind of dark grey or whatever. But actually, as I'm maturing, more of a connoisseur of the cars, I'm really starting to appreciate a nice bright colour, especially as it will really bring out body styling and things like that. As I say, body styling on these is really cool, and the interiors are really smart as well. You've got this really sporty, chunky steering wheel. It's got an aluminium strip in the middle to let you know where your centre is, as if you're racing around everywhere. It's contoured to kind of get your thumb grip in there, as well as all your steering wheel controls, and it's a nice leather. The nice thing that the Abarths always have, and even the Fiat 500S Sport versions have, is this nice black headlining. It just makes it feel really plush in here and a nice place to be. And of course, these Abarths come with their bucket seats, which I actually think look really cool. The top part of them, this tombstone part, has got a really smart, almost Porsche looking style. They just look absolutely great, with the hole in the middle for putting racing harnesses on, should you want them. One thing I don't particularly like is these kind of like belt buckle rivet things, which are actually just bits of plastic that are put on there. In fact, they're almost rubbery rather than plastic. I just think it's a strange look. I know what they're going for. It's kind of looking robust and utilitarian, sporty, but to me it just looks like some kind of sheen, cheap fashion item or something. I don't like it very much at all, really. What I do like is our boost and shift gauge that we get up here in the middle. That kind of lights up especially well when it's put into sport mode. And in fact on this, if I put it into sport mode now, I felt the car pick up then. You also get a G meter in the middle of the screen. So right in the middle, right under where your tachometer is and your miles per hour, you get a kind of crosshairs of your G meter. So as you go around a right hand corner, you can see that it's pulling loads of G's to the left. It'll tell you how much, and I guess it just, yeah, again, adds fun, which is exactly this car's USP really. Of course, these are only a little 1.4 turbo engine, but they actually pick up really well. They feel really fun. They make you work for it, but they reward you when you do. You get little pops on the exhaust. They really are a little antidepressant of a car, especially in a bright colour like this. A bit of sunshine on four wheels. I have to say, I think this particular one would probably benefit from an aftermarket exhaust. It just feels a little bit tame. But we'll take it through some of the bends, through the lanes around here, and see how it performs handling wise. These are usually quite firm. This one doesn't feel as firm as others I've driven, but handling is definitely on their side. Gearbox takes a bit of finessing. You've definitely got to know where you want to put that gear stick to get the most out of it. As you'd expect, handling feels really good, but as I say, it's not as firm as previous generations I've driven, certainly not that SS that I drove. Now, one thing Abarth fans always tell me to do is to turn on the TTC, which is, I can't remember exactly what it stands for, something traction control, but basically it's Fiat's digital limited slip diff, helping you get your power down without electronic interruptions. So I wouldn't say this was as raucous, as fun, kind of dramatic as that SS Abarth 500 that I did have in stock before, but it does offer a lot of other things. It's more modern, it's easier to drive, it's got some better features. It's got this nice infotainment screen in the middle, which comes with Bluetooth connectivity, USB, all that sort of good stuff, as well as this digital screen in the middle, which I absolutely love. You'll never get tired of pressing the sport button and watching it kind of morph like a transformer into something more sporty. Now, obviously, it doesn't matter where you go, this car stands out an absolute mile, and that's probably the main reason someone is going to buy it. But for that reason, it is just as well that this car is equipped with a ghost immobilizer to help keep it safe in case someone tries to get in here and steal this, which is probably just as well because plenty of people will be spotting this car and probably wanting to get in and try and nick it. The downside to that is it is quite tricky to get this car started. I'm sure once you know how, it's easy, but I've got it written down on a piece of paper. The immobilizer came with a set of instructions, and basically you have to enter some kind of cheat code like you're playing Grand Theft Auto on your PS4. Goes without saying, I'm not going to tell you exactly how to do this, but it involves pressing buttons, pressing pedals in a certain sequence that only you know, otherwise the car will not start whatsoever. And it is a bit of a faff, to be honest. I wish it was easier to make this car safer. That's where today's video sponsor has the edge on this Abarth 595. Surfshark VPN helps keep my data and devices safe. As you probably know, I'm a very busy guy. I'm always out on the road. I'm using my computer in different places as well as my phone. And I'm also transferring a lot of money, buying cars, things like this Abarth, for example. And I want to make sure that all of my data is safe. And that's where Surfshark VPN comes in. If you don't know what a VPN is, it stands for Virtual Private Network. So much like this ghost immobilizer on this car, it's an added layer of security for all of your devices. It keeps all of your information safe as you're sending it around while you're on the computer. Now, while all that stuff's great, very practical and helpful for me as a business owner, my favorite part of having Surfshark VPN is the fact that I can watch content from different countries that aren't available to me in the UK. So for example, recently I thought I might watch the new Batman movie, the one with, what's his name? Robert Pattinson, the guy from the vampire movies in it. Give it a try because I haven't seen it yet. And to be quite honest, Christian Bale's probably always going to be my favourite Batman, but I thought I would give it a shout. If I go to Netflix on the UK and search for the Batman, it just doesn't come up. There is no options there whatsoever. But all I've got to do is go to the extension that I've set up on my Chrome browser for Surfshark and change my location to the US, refresh that page, and up comes the Batman film and tons of other content that's not available in that location. So not only is my computer safe now, but I'm also able to access more media online, things that I wouldn't normally be able to get hold of, which I think is great. And the other benefit to that is, if you're a bit of a series fan like I am, I get really involved with a TV series online. I'm currently in the middle of watching Yellowstone, which is probably why I'm wearing lots of rigger jackets and things like that now, thinking I'm some kind of ranch hand. If I was watching that on Netflix UK and I travelled abroad and it wasn't available, well, I just change my location back to the UK again and carry on watching, no problems whatsoever. And the other thing I absolutely love about Surfshark is how cheap it is. It's just $2.59 per month, which is around about £2 depending on your conversion rate. It's currently over 80% off, and I happen to have a discount code for you. If you use the code SHIFTINGMETAL, you can get 83% off and up to 6 months free depending on which package you use. So make sure you follow the link in the description, check out Surfshark, get yourself safe, and have some fun at the same time, much like with this car. Okay, so there you have it. I think this is an absolutely stunning car. It's loads of fun to drive, quite practical as well, really, and even looking at the fuel economy, seems pretty good. I really am a fan of these little Abarths. I don't think you can go too far wrong with them, really. Make sure you buy a nice example, nice low mileage, like this one, only 54,000 miles, and you probably won't go too far wrong. I'm going to leave it there because I've crashed my drone getting some nice footage of this, and I'm now going to have to try and figure out how to break into somewhere to get it back from a tree. There's always something going on. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Check out my website, shiftingmetal.co.uk, where you can find all of our discount codes as well as merch. If you're looking to sell your car, visit carsbought4more.com. And if you need some vehicle transport, then check out berromotors.co.uk/transport. You can fill out all your information on there and we will get back to you with a quote. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. You need to go, well, it's the big tree to your left, you just need to walk around it basically. My hero.